NFL 24. And this one features the Ravens' electric quarterback. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Ravens and the Steelers coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game.
So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie cornerback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one into the hands of Beckham downfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Back to throw now on first down. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass to his tight end Mark Andrews on the previous drive. And they'll start again here, 1st and 10.
Get something together.
Here's the 4th-year man, J.K. Dobbins. Oh, he's got some. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
And now the rookie's free. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's third down.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
A give for Edwards, running right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
Back to throw here.
He's got some room to operate. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Flowers shows there that he is a student of the craft whose mentality is simply, I'm going to take the football away from defenders. A tenacious player. And
he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Ravens go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
that certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner?
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham, 75 yards. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that every...
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his second of this first half, as he'll try again on first down here.
Let's do this. Play smart, baby. Let's do this, man. Let's dictate. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Play a little aggressive, baby. Come on. Come on. Set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
Powering forward. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. And he's connected on a couple of touchdown passes so far, but did have the interception on the previous drive as they begin here again with a first down.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Up the middle, it's Edwards.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Touchdown! Odell Beckham with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's good for 28 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
First down, Ravens.
They'll drop to throw.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Ogunjobi fit in well with the black and gold, even if it's 1.5 sacks, were as low as since his rookie season. The Steelers, they gave him a new 3-year deal to continue to be a space eater in the middle of the defensive line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Zay Flowers.
45 yards.
And the Ravens have got it on cruise control. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around, they're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros early.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Really solid effort for him right now. 3rd quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team, but the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set, and that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. 109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And this is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Now Dobbins again on second down.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Out of the gun now on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Edwards now on 1st and 10.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Tackle made by Adrian Phillips.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
From the 38 now, here's a second down and 6.
Again, it's Edwards.
There he goes, right side. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 111 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st down.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
This is where you step up. Right here, baby. Get up.
Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach and maybe...
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Ravens, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.